So there we have it, eh? The Ypres Rally 2022, and Lloyd Tanak taking a win from Elfyn Evans. Now, if you turn the clocks back, 5 years, you would have expected to see that kind of performance on tarmac with Ogier in the mix when the three of them were at Ford together. You may have even expected to see it in 2018 and 19, when Evans was still showing some promise in the underfunded M Sport Prepared Fiesta, and Tanak was setting the world on fire in that Yaris that he was running. But now Tanak, the world champion, is a Hyundai. Evans is at Toyota, and we don't have a Mr. Ogier to worry about. But a top two for the pair of them. That's a good result. For a lot of people who needed a good result in Ypres, it's been a good weekend. Lappy with a second consecutive third place. It's brilliant to see him in this kind of form at the moment, and I hope he continues it on to Greece, because we know Ogier's not going to be back for Greece, so I hope that he does well in the Acropolis. Oliver Solberg, best WRC finish, 4th place. Fantastic stuff from the young Swedish driver. He kept it on the road, he did exactly what he had to do, and when Neville dropped by the wayside, he picked up those manufacturer points he needed. And Taka Katsuta, for somebody who was having to run large swaths of Friday stages in electric mode to get his car up to a speed that he could use third gear, 5th place is impressive. It is incredibly impressive by the young Japanese driver. Now, he may have a circuit racer background, but that doesn't mean much in this situation. Him and Aaron Johnson have just been fantastic in the way they've put themselves together and conducted themselves this season, and that is showing with another 5th place finish. And then you have the top 10 rounded out by Lefebvre, Mikkelsen, Russell, Ingram and Greisen. But not without drama in WRC2. Lefebvre got a 15-second time penalty for track limits, which sounds weird to talk about in rally, but essentially what happened was Lefebvre went all 4 tyres off the track, and he did that twice. So because of that, Topsport and Mikkelsen lodged a protest. He got a 5-second penalty for the first instance, 10 seconds for the second instance. Still won class by 3.1 seconds. But there are definitely some people who are coming away from Ypres and just thinking, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. Gus Green's is going to be one of them. He was hobbling along with a broken suspension. He ends up finishing 19th place. In fact, he's the highest finishing of any Ford entrant in the rally. Then you have the other two M Sport Works cars. You have Craig Breen, who, man, these last 3 rallies he was second in last year, and this season he's crashed out of all 3. Something's gone wrong there, and I just really want to see them perform well. Thierry Neuville needed a good result. Then he crashed out towards the end of yesterday. That then meant that he ended up really struggling to just make any kind of inroads in the standings. I was actually just trying to find where I could potentially find him in the standings for this, and I think it's 20th, what I can see. So a minute 10 behind Greensmith because of the Super Rally, and at the same time Adrian Fourback. He was battling with Solberg for 4th. He went off into a ditch and destroyed the car at the penultimate stage. He's had such poor luck. A lot of these have been mistakes. I think this is Croatia kind of levels of... He shouldn't be getting so lambasted for these ones, especially compared to something like, say, Monte Carlo. But it's those ones that show that he is still learning. The problem is, WRC today isn't like the WRC of 20 years ago. The WRC of 20 plus years ago, you have Peder Solberg, who destroyed so many M Sport chassis because they had the whole fully fledged, funded by Ford themselves, works Ford dealer. Oh well. At the same time, you could argue that the likes of Marco Martin had a similar kind of experience at Subaru. Mikko Hirvonen is one of the biggest examples of it with his debut top flight season in 2004. The amount of times he ended up crashing that Subaru and with the car with the 2 on the door. But yeah, it was not like that today, and I hope Solberg the Younger seems to be getting out of this pattern, and I hope Formo finds it soon. He's a nice guy. Seems like a really lovely guy. I mean, this is a guy who's also a trained dentist. He just goes rallying because he loves it and it's become his job. I hope to see the return to form soon. But what are your thoughts? Let me know them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.